Alright, we're back. Well, hopefully. The Wi-Fi might still be terrible. In which case I do not know what to do. We'll see. We'll see. There's a jamming song right now. Oh, alright, listen. We rinsed, but we got the losers participation prize. $5. You could buy a foot long with that back in the day. I don't know if you can still buy a foot long with $5. I don't know what you can buy with $5. Can't even wipe your ass with $5. But what you can do is play $1 tournaments. I'm just happy to be here. Looks like the connection is holding up for now. We'll see if that lasts. Yo, Relock, welcome again. Welcome again. Reboot the router? Nah, man, we just have to get lucky. Seems like it's better, though, right? We should be able to play poker without it being too much of an issue. It is what it is. Can you hardwire internet? It's too far away. At least it looks mostly okay. We should be okay for now. Maybe. They can't keep me away from the tables. Oh, and we're lagging again? They're making my brain into mush using Wi-Fi, and I still can't get a decent connection. I'm sacrificing my mental well-being and my health to stream, and I still can't get a good connection. What more do they want from me? It is better, though. I don't know if that's gonna hold up. We'll have to see. Well, I say we jump in. I say we give it a shot. They make long cords even farther away than that, brother. We would have to move the entire setup. The whole shebang would have to be completely flipped on its head. No. Well, yes, we are going to do $1 sit and goes. We're going to get the most bang for our buck here. Definitely $1 sit and go. Definitely $1 sit and go is gonna happen. It's all we can afford. We can hardly afford that. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk here. $1. $1 nine-handed. It's saying I have insufficient funds. That's not accurate. Oh, man. Never freaking mind, guys. I just got jebaited so hard. These are bonus funds. I don't know what that means. What? Why can I not only play casino games? Are you kidding me? That's the last... Ah, I see it's the neighbor's Wi-Fi. Well, it's close. It's McDonald's. Technically, they're my neighbor. Can I really not use this? Are you kidding me? I can't use this for poker? What if I put $1 on blackjack and win? Can I use that on poker? Okay, let's test it out. Cause I can win at least one hand of blackjack with $5. They're forcing my hand here. I don't want to do this, but I have to. I'm dead serious. All right, here we go. Just one time. That's okay. We expected that. We expected that. Certainly we will not lose 5 times in a row. Oh my gosh. We're bound to win one of these. If I don't win one of these, it's rigged. Is this a stand? Get the blackjack calculator. Pretty sure this is a stand. I can't imagine this ever being a hit. I got a bad feeling about it though. Boys, I got a bad feeling. I think our bonus money... For the record, I wanted to play poker. But you can't play poker with bonus money. You have to gamble it on casino games. Which is a little sussy baka. Maybe I should have kept it as the nothing stream. I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of a funny way to end it, though. Episode 20 is like 30 minutes. And it's just us rinsing in blackjack immediately. Hold on a second. Well, hold on. We might win here. I got the calculator out. Okay, and I have Jack 2. Yep, it's a stand. Oh my gosh. It's so over. Certainly I wouldn't lose 5 times in a row. Boys, it's comical. I had no other choice. Wow. They couldn't even give it to me. That's insane. Yeah. To be, let's be clear here, by the way. I was forced to do that. Let's make that very clear. You're not allowed to play poker with the bonus money. You can only play casino games. So I picked the one with the best odds, and I lost 5 times in a row. So I think we're just not meant to play poker anymore, really. Genuinely, I don't think we're meant to play this game. I'll spend the rest of this bonus money on this dumb slot machine. It's not going to hit. And then maybe we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about poker for a little bit. We'll talk about gambling and greed. One time. Scumbag. Well, that's a start. So let me. So at least we won something. So can I use that in poker? Yes. No. You can't even use it in poker. What is this? What am I doing here? If I can't even use that in poker, then what are we do? Like I can't even play it. I can't even use it in poker. I don't understand why I'm not allowed to use it in poker. Whatever. Just rinse it. Unless I get a bonus. Oh, you had me believing for a second. I forgot that this is predetermined. You don't say. Thanks, Ignition. What a tease, man. What a tease. All right, well that's it. I really thought we were about to get back into it. I really thought. I thought. Classic saying. At least it's humorous. At least it's kind of like something funny about that, right? The end. The end. I mean, we'll be back, obviously. I think I'm gonna like what the hell is this ad? I can't even believe it. Not only did we lose blackjack 5 times in a row, couldn't even give me that. Well, at least it was only $5. I guess for some reason you can't use your bonus ignition money for poker. I don't really know why. Maybe it's because the house can't rob you as easy. But yeah, I guess I should have kept it as the nothing stream. Because now we can't play poker. Apparently we never were able to play poker. Apparently that was a lie. But I'm gonna hang out for a second anyway, just because I already started stream. I want to talk about gambling. I want to talk about greed. I want to talk about poker. Because yesterday's PSA, I was very emotional. I was in a vulnerable state. I was very like mania mode. Now I've calmed down since then. I've kind of relaxed, and I can speak on this with more of a level head. So I'm glad we're doing this anyway. So the first thing we got to talk about, turn the music down just for a second. So the first thing I want to talk about is let's talk about greed. Let's talk about greed. So greed, there's a really good way to determine when it comes to gambling. You know, gambling isn't inherently like an evil thing. It's not like a sinful act to gamble. I don't like looking at my eyes. I'm putting the shades back on. It's not like a bad thing to gamble. Everything's a gamble. Life's a gamble. But there's a good determining factor that is good at identifying when your gambling goes from fun and games to complete and total greed. And that determining factor is if you're having fun, right? If you're having fun, you're good. If you're having fun, if you're throwing money at the wall, knowing that you're burning it, if you're taking your money and doing this to it, and burning it. I got this from a hot girl at a concert. If you're taking your money and doing this to it and burning it and you're having fun about it, that's not greed. That's just having a good time. But if you're taking your money and you're doing this to it, and the whole time you're doing that, you're going, come on, turn into more money. That's when it becomes greed. That's when it becomes greed. And greed is a very evil thing. It turns you into a monster. And so that's what happened to me yesterday off stream. My only regret is that it was off stream. And that I lost $120. But other than that, my only regret was that it was off stream. Because you should have seen the downfall was very instructive. Very Boss Man Jack-esque. And I got greedy, you know? I went from having fun, having a gay old time. I was having a great time. I was having a great time since episode 1. I was having a good time. And then yesterday, I made too much money. And so there's this weird thing that happens when you make a lot of money gambling. You never want to lose it. And so you chase your losses. And then, weirdly enough, you get left with less than you had when you started. Yeah, so chasing losses. That's when you know you're getting greedy, when you're chasing losses. And ironically, you lose more than you ever could chasing losses. So what's the answer to that? What is the answer to the gambler's fallacy, to that greed that manifests in you when you start losing? What concert? It was Suicide Boys. Shout out to Suicide Boys. What you do about that, step away from the effing table. Step away from the table. When you take a big loss, because it's always going to happen, right? For me, it was when I split the aces. Okay, so I put $20 on a blackjack hand because I had lost like 5 in a row. And I was like, we're due. And so I put $20 hand and then I got aces. And you're supposed to split aces, obviously, because you might hit blackjack twice. And if not that, you'll at least... there's no reason not to hit aces, or not to split aces. You literally, it is so booked to split aces. It is a better strategy to split them than to not split them. So my $20, and I know it's lagging, sorry about that. So my $20 turns to $40, and both of those hands miss. They both get beat by the dealer. And hold on, sorry, I'm just making sure we're not totally falling apart here, the stream. So that $20 turned to $40, and what originally would have been just a $20 loss turned into a $40 loss. And then I went down from $120 to $70 real quick. Would have just been $90 originally. But then because of that extra 20, because of the split, it became 40. And so we went down to $70, and that's when I felt it. I hadn't felt it up until that point. Oh, you like Suicide Boys, Relock? I like Suicide Boys. They got some bangers. But regardless, so that's the exact moment where I should have walked away. Because before that, I was having fun. Before that, I was like, gambling because I had the money to do so with. And then I felt that. I felt that loss. Because we went from $90 to $120 to $70. And it was like that, like in 5 seconds flat. And so that's when I should have walked away. That's when I should have said that's enough for today. But that's not what happened. I chased I said I need to get back to 100. That's what I said. That's what I says to myself. I need to get back to 100 today. Off stream. Because I didn't want people to see that bankroll and say what happened. You know? And me have to say, I played blackjack and I lost a lot of money. So I chased my friends. So at first it started normal. I was playing low stakes blackjack, grinding my way up to $80, $75, hitting the slots a little bit, see if we can get really lucky. And then eventually we get to $75, and then I buy into a $25 cash game. And that's really when the greed hit. Before, the greed hadn't really made itself known, it was hiding itself. It was disguising itself. But when I bought into a $25 cash game, that's when the greed possessed me. That's when the greed truly possessed me. Because I said to myself, if I can double up here, I can hit 100. All I have to do is double up. But I know better than to do $25 when you have $75 in your bankroll. Should have done a $10 game. Should have done a $5 game, honestly. But I was greedy, and I wanted to get back to 100 quick. So, long story short, we played this $25 game, and other people are murdering this table. Okay, they've got kings and aces and ace-king and everything. And I keep hitting sets. Set Setterson was calling us. But it wasn't what you thought. Set Setterson was calling us saying, don't play my sets. My sets are no good today. But I was hanging up on his ass. Went straight to voicemail. Yeah, I got a few of their songs on my playlist. Let's go, Relock. I like that. We like Suicide Boys here. And Young Lean, if anybody likes Young Lean. Mac Miller. A$AP Rocky. Kanye. Anyway. Counting Crows. So, Pink Floyd. The People, the Cranberries. Only Linger, though. That is a great song. But anyway, I lost to a straight. This guy had ace king. And here's the thing about greed, right? It makes you bad at the game. Any game, but especially poker. Because I knew this guy had ace king. I knew there was no way he didn't have ace king. Because he raised pre-flop, I call with tens, I hit my set, I bet, he calls. And then the turn makes a straight for ace king. And I know I'm lubed up and ready for the pounding of my life. And so he bets big on the turn, and I know he has a straight. I literally know he has a straight. I know people always say that. You see like D-Negs and High Stakes. He's like, I knew you had the better straight. And then people in the comments are like, oh, then why'd you call? I'll tell you why he called. Because on the turn, I'm thinking, this is what I'm doing. This is actually what I'm doing. Please, good Lord, let me hit the full house on the river. That's exactly what I'm doing. I have my hands like this, and I'm saying, please, Lord, let me hit the full house on the river. I am begging you, let me take this guy's money. I know he has ace king. I know he has the straight. I know he has me beat. Please let the board pair up and let me double up right now. It's exactly what I did. So I call his big fat bet on the river, on the turn. I call his big fat bet on the turn, and the board does not pair up. And I'm pot committed, so I shove because I know I'm done. I know it's over. I don't need the $7 left in my stack. I shove. He calls. He's got ace king. It's the nuts. There's no way out for me. There's not even a flush on the board. I can't even rep a flush. Then $25 like that. $25 like this. Except it was a lot faster than that. And so finally, that means we're back down to 50. And so, the sins like to shake hands. The greasy goblins of sin, the devils of sin, like to shake hands and work together. And so while greed was busy pounding me from behind, pride comes around, and he comes around and says, "Hey, didn't you say that the stream would never see $50 again?" That's what pride says. And I say, "Yeah, I did say that. I did say the stream would never see $50 again." And so my bankroll is $50. And so I say to myself, let's just put 25 on blackjack. And if I can just hit black, which is really not even that hard. If I can just hit black once, I can be back at 75. And it's like none of this ever happened. So I go over to roulette. Sorry, not blackjack. Was I saying blackjack? I meant roulette. So I go over to roulette. And I put the 25 on black. And the little ball spins around. And it goes ding 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 ding. And it bounces between all the colors. And then it lands on green, bro. It lands on green. It didn't matter if we picked black or red, we were going to lose. That $25 was forfeit. So we lose that $25. Now my bankroll is 25. This is what we started with. We started with 25. We're right back to where we started. Now this would have been the perfect time to walk away. And come back tomorrow and play poker and just start from the beginning. Okay, $25 is not that bad. But greed has different plans. Greed has different plans. So in a suicidal, and YouTube, you can ban me, go ahead. In a suicidal last attempt, knowing that I probably won't hit, accepting fate, almost wanting to miss, just to validate my own despair, I put my last 25 on black. And the ball spins around. Then the ball starts to bounce around. Ding, 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 ding. And it lands on red. And then I take a step back. I go like this. And then I say to myself, I fucking rinsed. Everything is gone. Then I said to myself, how am I going to... We did the PSA yesterday.